everybody. So I wanted to come to you guys on today with just a audio recording. Not necessarily to tell you anything, but or not. But today is and I had read that somewhere earlier this week that it was approaching, but it didn't really dawn on me. Well, today is International Women's Day. So happy Women's Day to all the women out there. So when I was in the shower, a lot of times that is my prayer space, that is my office, that is my this, that is my that. But I do an awful lot of thinking when I am taking a shower or in the bathroom, period, for that matter. But I want to share with a lot of you all my reason for using, I guess, the acronym or the abbreviation SIS, S-I-S, SIS, like short for sister. So there are a lot of people that use it haphazardly. I think that a lot of people just use it to feel like they have sort of a connection with another person. But I want to tell you why I use it, why I use it in my comments, why I use it in my text messages. A lot of times when I do my videos, I will refer to my subscribers as sis. I've even went on others' pages, other content creators' pages, and actually referred to them as sis. So let me give you guys just a little bit of my background on using sis. So say thank you so much for tuning into Carol's Daily Sauce. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell so that you're reminded of my videos, all of the videos that I upload. Sis. Why do we use sis? Well, the other day I was looking at Instagram and I seen a posting, and I'll put that in here right here. And basically, sis for me is a connection. It's a connection. Yeah, it's short for sister, but it's a connection. And I use it with my biological sisters as well as those that I look at who are friends that are sisters. So honestly, if I am referring to you as sis, please take that as a compliment, because I want you not necessarily to be on a part of my team, but I want you to know that I accept you, that I love you, that I'm praying for you, that sis means we're connected. So a lot of people actually have said, don't call me sis, I'm not your sis. All kinds of, negativity resides everywhere. There is always someone somewhere that's going to find something to be negative about. Y'all know that already. In these YouTube streets, in the streets that we live on, in the states that we live in, people are always going to find their level of negative. Y'all know that, okay? It goes without saying. So when I say sis, I want you guys to know it's a connection first and foremost. Secondly, if you are a content creator, I want you to do just as well as any and everybody else. Just as well as I'm hoping that you feel the same for me. So I went to a young lady's page. I believe her channel is called Make It, Buy It, Sell It. I believe that's what it is, and I will correct it. Check her page out. I went to her page and I refer to her as sis. A lot of the content creators I will, because we're all in this together. We're all in this together. All of us want or are approaching toward the same thing. Now, I do need to let y'all know I enjoy doing YouTube. So YouTube is a hobby for me. YouTube will not pay bills for me. So it's nothing that I'm saying, you know, when I say that I want to get somewhere we're all there, I mean, if the truth be told, I already have ads on my channel. If the truth be told, I'm already set up for monetization. If I really wanted to do it, I could go in hard and do it, but that's really not my desire. I just do this in my free time when I want to connect with my subscribers, whether you are a sis or not, if you know what I mean. So, I guess here today on this International Women's Day, I think the one thing that I want to share is we as women really, honestly and truly need to come together. Come together and be supportive of each other. With that being said, I had been sick for a while, so I hadn't been on YouTube. I looked at the infamous three moms that people call them, the trifecta, and I believe there's one by the name of Ming. I believe she was the Bells +2, and there was a situation where her husband left and all that kind of stuff. I didn't get too deep into it. That was pretty sad. That young lady has little children. But the one thing I want to say about Ming is Ming didn't let it take her over. You know what I'm saying? Ming didn't say, I can't do this. Ming continued to go on, just like Strong Mommy Chrissy. And what was really interesting to me, when I came back on YouTube, I noticed that my Jazzy Life, Strong Mommy Chrissy, Ming, I can't remember her channel name now, but it was the Bells +2, had gotten together and had a pop-up meet and greet. Now, it wasn't something that was planned in the past. It was something that they decided to do, I believe, abruptly, and they flew down and they had a meet and greet. How it turned out, I have no idea. I haven't seen all of the videos, but it really made me look at YouTube from a whole different aspect. And what I mean is, if the Drama Lace channels can come together, the women can come together and bond and have some sort of a sisterhood, well then, let's go ahead and talk about this sis thing. I mean, there are situations where you are not going to get along with everybody. That goes without saying. We're just not going to get along. I know I don't. I know I try to, but the fact remains is that somebody somewhere is going to have a problem with you for whatever reason. It might be the color of your hair. It may be because you make a little bit more money. It may be because you're married. It may be because you got green eyes. People find whatever it is that they want to dislike you for. But on this International Women's Day, I hope going forward, we would work together, we as women would work together, bonding and building up a sort of sisterhood. And I'm speaking particularly for African American women, for Black American women, because a lot of people don't like to be referred to as African American, Black American, African American, Nigerian American, Canadian American, Black women need to come together and bond together, because the reality of the whole entire situation is this. Our ancestors didn't have time to be enemies with one another. We didn't have time to not like her because her lace front was 22 inches and ours was only 14. We had to come together and bond together to eat, to have safety, to just make it in life, because at the time our ancestors were living, they were just doing anything and everything that they could, bonding to live. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that there was never during that time any type of disagreements. I can't speak on that because I wasn't there. But I know for a fact, with reading and looking at documentaries and things of that nature, that a lot of those women back in those days worked together to help one another, and they built a sisterhood. So what I would like to do is I would like to build a sisterhood here on YouTube, a sisterhood of either content creators who are willing to come together and collab together, a sisterhood in where we come into the comments of someone's video or audio recording and we leave a kind message. Perhaps we didn't agree with something that it was that they said, and we could say, I choose to disagree with thus and so because thus and so. But see, the issue with us is everything, every time, always turns into an argument. A disagreement always turns into an argument, and that should not be so. It really, really shouldn't. We really need to work on sisterhood. So know that when I call you sis, I'm not doing it haphazardly. I'm doing it as a way to connect, to let you know I want to know about you. I want your well-being to be healthy. I want your children healthy. I want your husband healthy, or your man, or whatever, if it is applicable. If you are of the equation and desire to be lesbian, I want your woman to be well. Because see, this is the thing about me. There are some things that I may not agree with biblically as far as the Bible is concerned. But whether I disagree with you biblically doesn't mean that I can't respect you. It doesn't mean that I can't treat you well. It doesn't mean that I can't pray for you. It doesn't mean that I'm better than you. It just means that there are some things that we may have differences of opinion about. Y'all know what I'm saying? So on this International Women's Day, I pray that each and every one of you women have a wonderful day. You deserve the best because women are the bomb. The world couldn't even go on without us. You know, I was saying a while back that I was going to do some research on men and transplanted uteruses because they were talking about that and have been talking about that for a while. But I haven't been moved to do it. The one thing I can tell you is this. We do have barren women. We have some women who can't bear children, and bless their hearts. But let me tell you something. The Bible even has women in it who can't bear children. So every woman is not going to be able to bear children, but it don't make you a bad woman. It don't make you a bad woman. It don't make you less of. It doesn't make anything other than the fact that you can't bear children. That's it. But it also doesn't mean that you can't be a mama, because you still can be a mama. You still can adopt. You still can help your sister or your cousin or someone love their child and let that child look at you as a second mama. So don't look at the barren aspect. I believe there was a woman in the Bible by the name of, I don't think it was Perla, I think it was Perlita or something like that, where she had so much dislike for this one young lady who was able in the Bible to bear children. And she just kept bearing children for this man. But here it was Perlita, I think that's her name, who was in love with this man and he was in love with her, but she could not bear children by him. Now there are several stories in the Bible like that. Several of them. I think you guys may be aware of the story where there was another man in the Bible who ended up getting with sisters. And one of the sisters was just this mousy looking, unattractive woman. But the other sister was just beautiful. And he had to have that sister. But the problem was the one that was beautiful and looked like she had it all did not was unable to bear a child. After a while, through prayer and supplication, making her requests made known unto God, she was able to bear a child. So I know I've kind of went all over in the audio, but I wanted the audio to be all about women, all about togetherness, all about collaboration, all about coming together. And what better way than to look at it and to come back on YouTube after a little hiatus of a little over a week due to illness, and to find that the women that we do reactions on have come together and collab together to do a meet and greet. Awesome. And they look beautiful. I mean, you know, it's one thing if somebody look toe up, but they look beautiful. I mean, I have some other stuff basically and opinions, but I'm gonna keep them to myself. But have a wonderful Women's International Day. Know that the world could not function without us. You know, I ask my husband all the time, what would you do without me? Because the reason I ask that, there are things that can be on a paper and it could be right there. He don't see it. Hand the paper to me and instantly, just like that, I pick up on it and I see it. So walk in your womanhood, appreciate your womanhood, know who you are as a woman, love the women around you, your sister, your family members, your friends, your aunts, your mother, whoever. Let every woman today know how very important she is. And if in fact your parent or your aunt is not with us any longer, take a few moments and just reminisce on all the great and wonderful times that you had with that wonderful woman. Now, I also can speak on that. Unfortunately, I lost my stepmother earlier this week, at the beginning of the week. And I have a mother. I was raised with my mother. But when I used to go to Alabama, where my father lived, he was married to another woman. This woman took me in to visit. She allowed me to play with her children, their children. One wasn't mine, but she's still my sister. And I wasn't treated with any difference. And that's how my father was. Before my father passed away, my father didn't treat my sister or my sisters with any difference. None of us had, there was no difference when it came to us. So she was a good woman. My stepmother was a good mother, and I hate to say stepmother because I don't step on her. I've done nothing but respect her. She unfortunately had become ill, just as my father did when he passed away, and she just went on to be with the Lord. So just love whoever the women are in your life. Let them know that you value them. Let them know that they're important. And if somebody calls you sis and you don't know where they're coming from when they say sis, ask them. Just know that when I call you sis, there's a connection. With that being said, please like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell so that you're reminded of all of the videos and audio videos that I upload. I love each and every one of you. I love you whether we've had a disagreement. I love you whether you just don't like me because of my reaction videos. I love you, I love you, I love you. And guess what? Ain't nothing you can do about it. You could be ugly. You could put all kinds of stuff on my page. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. But I tell you one thing, you won't get far and you won't continue to be able to do it. I don't like to block people, but I do block nonsense. I love y'all. Bye-bye.